Hey everybody, this is Alex Merced from alexmercedcoder.com with some more stuff on Go. Now, Go being a compiled language, everything is a little bit more complicated. And the reason why that is you have to define things in a way that the compiler is definitely going to understand it. And then also this being sort of a lower level language to make sure that you have better memory usage. It allows you to be more explicit about certain things. It makes less assumptions for you as higher level languages like Ruby, Python, and JavaScript do. But I would say that the development experience is a lot more pleasant than other lower languages like Java or C++. Um, yeah. So basically nowadays, everyone's kind of a lot of people who are using lower level languages, again, these languages that don't assume as much, are moving over to like Go, Rust, Crystal, Nim, because they offer you more pleasant developer experiences and less verbose syntax. It's nice to not have to type as much. Okay, although if you're moving from like JavaScript, if you're trying to go from like JavaScript, Python, or Ruby, this is going to feel a lot more verbose. Okay, so let's see here. Next thing I want to just practice is naming variables. So generally what happens is there's two ways you can really name variables. You could use the var keyword. And so we'll say, hey, I want to make a variable that's called my name. And then you have to actually explicitly say the type. So then I have to say string. Okay, cool. So what this does, and why does it not like that? Unused variable name, because I haven't used it yet. Okay, so what I'm going to do, and there's no semicolons, if I remember correctly. Okay, so var my name string, and we're going to, and then here's what I'm going to do to make my life easier. We've already seen that the FMT library, and generally when you import a library, you basically always have to use the name of the library, then print line to use the functions in it. So what I'm going to do to make my life easier is I'm going to do print is going to equal fmd dot print line. This way I don't have to type out as much. It's just save me some effort. Okay, so then over here I will use print, and I can just do print my name. Cool. So now, but the thing is that my name has no value yet, so we have to go back and give my name a value, and it has to be a string, equals Alex Merced. So you could do a variable this way. Okay, you could also do a variable this way. Notice I didn't use the keyword var, because whenever you use this, I mean, some people call it like a walrus operator, but what it does is that this is sort of implicit assignment or implicit typing. So instead of you having to specifically say the type, it allows you to make an assignment right away, and then the type just be inferred based on what you assigned to the variable. So it's just going to assume that, okay, this variable is supposed to hold a function because you're assigning it a function. I would, if I made that just an equal sign, it would not work. It would say like, hey, you need to use like the word var. I need to then do a type and all that fun stuff. It doesn't like my string. Okay, I think it's just because of the quotation marks I'm using. So it thinks I wanted to do a rune. Yeah. A rune is like basic, kind of like the binary behind a text character. And was it trying to type on the word Merced? Well, no, there isn't. It's my last name. Okay, so let's go over this. I'm renaming this function because I don't like typing all that. Just calling it print. And then I am declaring a variable called my name, and then I'm assigning my name to my name. And now I'm going to print it. So let's test it, run it. Okay, well, non-declaration statement outside function body. Okay, so it wants me to do a thing. Okay, so if I put var, it'll be happy. But then it wants an equal sign because I used a declaration. And okay, now it's happy. And there you go. See, I was able to change the name of the function. Okay, so I guess the non-declaration statement has to happen inside. So I can, and just to kind of show you an example of how that would work, let's say I wanted to make a variable called cheese equals 5. Okay. And then we also print cheese. See, like it doesn't complain because of this operator, it just knows that this is supposed to be a number. So somebody like, okay, you want me to save this 5 in cheese, so then we're just gonna say cheese is an integer. It just kind of figures it out. So that way, what's nice about that is that you still have the explicit typing when you want it. Like you still have typing going on. That variable is still now typed as an integer, but you don't have to be explicit when you're just doing the assignment right away, which is always one of the issues when you're using like a lot of other lower languages like with C++, where you have to like be painstaking about your variables. Here you can just be like, yeah, it's a number, it's a thing. Okay, giving you more of that JavaScript feel where you just don't have to specify those details when you don't have to. Okay, and then we just run that. See, Alex said 5. Cool. So, moral of the story is, if you don't want to specify or declare the variable, you use this operator and it will imply or infer the type of variable. Otherwise, you could declare a variable like this using the var keyword. Okay, but if it's outside of the main function, then you have to use explicit declarations. Okay, and then this is a nice way to rename your print function to make typing a lot of this stuff a little bit easier than typing fmt.fmt.fmt. all day. Cool. So I'll leave it at that. I'll see you guys later on.